Good morning and welcome to today's verse. Today's verse comes to us from the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 13. And it simply says this: "But as for you, brethren, do not grow weary in doing good." Here, this verse comes at the conclusion of an admonishment that is given to a young church in Thessalonica, that they are to work, that they are to earn a living, that they are to work in quietness, not to be disorderly, not to be busybodies, not to be in the other folk business, that they are to do this and that they are to do so and eat their own bread. Why does the Apostle Paul give them this charge? Well, there were some people that were amongst them that were not willing to work. They basically were mooching off of other people. And maybe the reason that they were doing this is because they were so looking for the second coming of Christ that they wanted to be ready. But yet no man knows the day or the hour. So the apostle reminds them that life goes on. And as life goes on, you need to work. You need to earn your own living. You ought not be mooching off of anyone else. And he shows them and reminds them of how they, the apostles, when they were there, how they labored, how they toiled day and night, not taking advantage of anyone, not eating anyone else's bread, but they earned their own living. And they did it as an example that they were to do the same thing, not to be busybodies, not to be disorderly, and not to take advantage of others. And if you're not willing to do that, then they should not eat. And how were they to go about their job? How would they go about work? They would do so in quietness and to eat their own bread, not to be disorderly, not to be busybodies, not to be tattletales, etc. And from this, I often think about, I often say to those that are employers looking for just the right employee, then consider a Christian, a true child of God, a true disciple of Christ, because such a one is going to do the right thing, whether you're looking or not. Why? Because they want to do it to the glory of God. They want to honor and please the Lord. Such a one you ought to consider, because they will be a good worker for you. They will do things. They will do it in quietness. They will not be about in the other folk business and trying to create strife within the organization. They will do so in quietness, such that they would be pleasing unto the Lord. I pray that you would meditate upon this verse. It would be a word of encouragement to you and a word of challenge if need be. I pray that you would put it into practice. Today, the weekend, beautiful weekend, get out and do something special with your family. Sunday is coming. Make sure that you enter into a place of worship, depart to serve, and God's willing, we'll see you right back here Monday morning. Yes, on today's verse. Amen.